So welcome to Bond Street, new and old Bond Street 2025 Christmas. The lights have gone on and we're going to give you a tour up and down Bond Street to show you some of the beautiful lights that they've got on display this year, starting down at Piccadilly and working our way up. And a number of the places are still getting their Christmas stuff in line. And in fact, the first one you come to is, well, this one, Bougachon or something like that. But they've got a van parked outside it. So there you go, you get an idea.
The same way that's remote. If you've got a car
Now the lights going across are pretty much the same as they had last year. But for me, it's the lights that are in the shops. That's the bit that makes the difference. Let's have a quick look, see if Dolce & Gabbana have done anything this year. Ah, they've just gone for sort of the dress, the silvers. Now, if that's a pair of pyjamas, let's see what her hair looks like in the morning, all staticky. Yeah, I know, I can't really talk about that because haven't got any. But anyway, if bling is your thing, you definitely want to come down here. Oh, and their perfumes as well. So here we got Valentino, and I know I always hark back to the old times when they put stuff in the windows. But I've never heard of that one before, Kettle Kids, but they are still finishing that one off, and that looks rather lovely actually. Very good. Right, now we'll go over to Amiga. As you can see, a lot of the shops are still putting their stuff up, despite the fact it's the official opening. We will come back down again because Chanel haven't gone yet. But there's Amiga, and there's Jaeger LeCoultre as well. But don't worry, the big shops, your Cartier and your Tiffany, have done and they have gone already. And that's the beautiful thing about Bond Street. To be quite honest, that's the main bit, that's the sort of the main drag. But that's the bit where you always walk in and just go, wow. You just hope the other shops are going to follow. So here we've got the Royal Arcade, which is just off Old Bond Street. And this is absolutely glorious. Because not only have you got the wonderful trees, but just look at the colours that they've got projected into the ceiling. Now this is a bit like Piccadilly Arcade, where you've got all of the different expensive shops, but also you've got up on the first and second floors, a bit like Burlington Arcade as well, but a much shorter one, and a very exclusive, but really lovely, with the trees and the garland around it. There you go. And you come out. And it'd be rude not to do it from the other direction. You come out by Brown's Hotel. But I just love the projected colours that they've got up the top there, going into the roof space. Absolutely beautiful. We have to time this right because they do close this off at night. So if you're thinking of coming up here, do make sure you have a look and see what time the Royal Arcade's open to. I'm guessing it's about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, probably 8 o'clock. On Sundays, obviously, a lot earlier. But also, as you can see, not as many people come down here, which means you get off the madness of Old Bond Street. Oh. So, Tiffany have gone already this year. They've gone for a plain front, but with the blue lights round. But what I really like is that owl in the middle, above the clock. And then, as you look in, you've got the trees. Let's have a quick look at that. So you've got the trees. And in each one, you've got your jewels. Last year they had the moving birds. But this year, it's jewels in there. Very nice looking ones as well. Right, so that's Tiffany. And then we'll go over. And then as we go over, you've got Ralph Lauren, all set up as usual, amazingly, with all their lights and the Christmas tree outside. And then this is where it all happens here. You've got Mickey Moto, Boodles, and there is sound coming from somewhere, so something's happening. You've got the light here, and you've got the Christmas tree here. But then, the big one, without any doubt, is Cartier as normal. And Cartier, I've got their presents on the outside, and their presents with the Jaguars looking around. It's fantastic.
How do your parents do that?
Stunning. So with the normal lights of Ralph Lauren, then you've got Graf with their Christmas trees. And Graf always look good. But then as you go over, you've got more lit up here. You've got Chanel. I wonder if they'll put anything on the front there. Then view underneath. And then as we go through, we've got these beautiful jewellers over here. But the change this year is Bulgari. Because with them this year, instead of having the snake bracelet, which they normally have, they've gone for that. Which looks like planet signs or star signs, globes, something like that. Right, next stop, Dior. Okay, so we're on the next bit, which is New Bond Street. So you've got Louis Vuitton, but over the road from Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior. But Christian Dior, instead of doing the projector like normal, they've gone, well, for the light foliage. But can you make out the animals in it as well? And then you've got the beautiful windows as well. And then give it another couple of weeks and Chanel will have their frontage done as well. And we'll be back for that. But they'll have a great Dior. So Louis Vuitton look beautiful with their sort of petals all lit up on the front, which looks really, really effective. There you go, all coming on and off. But their windows seem to be a bit of a disappointment this year because, once again, it's sort of petals. But is it really Christmassy? And we'll give you a view of a window, and then you can let me know. Because apart from that, it's petals with snow on. Now, I get the fact it's got snow, but that's probably about it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure the Christmas relevance of that. I've seen better windows from Louis Vuitton, but I must admit the illuminations on the front are beautiful. Now, Bond Street has only a couple of these crowns, and they're at the junctions. So, get a chance to see them, make sure you do. But hanging high in the street, and they, to be quite honest, the hanging ones, for me, these are superb. Right, what we'll also do is give you a selection of the shops that have also decorated as we go down New Bond Street towards Oxford Street. And the first one is going to be Sotheby's. So next we've got Sotheby's, who have put trees out. They've hung some white stuff on it, white beading, and lit up. It looks sort of very moody with the blue above there. There you go, so that's Sotheby's, all done Christmassy. I don't remember them doing that before. Then over the road, now I do remember them doing this before, looks very nice, is IWC, which is a watch shop. So that's the Bond Street Christmas lights, new and old Bond Street for 2025. There's still a couple more to go up, and we'll be making a trip down here again in probably a couple of weeks' time to come and see what they've done, especially at the front of Chanel, which always goes that little bit later. Anyway, from Bond Street in London, I'm going to give you the Burlington Arcade, which also runs parallel with it. And wow, have they got some amazing lights this year. So click on the top video in the top right hand corner, and I'll see you in there.